Magellan debuted on OPTC Global on the 24th of October 2017. This Sugo-Fest debuted during the first Blitz battle on Global, which saw the community take on 3 admirals in the 48-hour event. Many veteran players recall this event to be one of the greatest times to be an OPTC player, hashtag stop at 400. Looking back at this Sugo-Fest batch, it featured characters that were a part of the Impel Down arc in the anime and manga. And those characters included Mr. 2, Bon Clay, a friend in hell, Hannibal, Ruler's right-hand man, Emporio Ivankov, revolutionary in hell, as well as Jinbei, warlord in hell. And the Sugo-Fest exclusive character of the batch was more focused on slowly punishing enemies with HP cuts and toxic stalls, which provided differing types of gameplay. However, as time progressed, it would see little to no play as players favored more powerful and offensive strategies. Introducing Magellan, Hell's Ruler. In this series, we'll be traveling back in time to experience some of the older Sugo-Fest exclusive characters in their prime, aiming to show just what it was like to use these characters on their debut. I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's enter the Legends of OPTC. Thank you very much for checking out yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC series, and today we're going to be covering Legend Magellan. Now, unfortunately, this episode was not able to be released when I intended it to, due to the fact that I was actually really sick. Luckily, it wasn't COVID, but I did catch a little bit of a cold, so I had to be dealing with that. But we're back now, should be back on track now with the episode. So here we have Magellan and his batch. This is a pretty interesting batch because, I mean, a lot of the characters here are pretty underwhelming. Let's just go ahead and get straight into it. The first one here is Bon Clay. So obviously this is a Impel Down themed batch, and unfortunately the icons and the character artworks are not showing at the moment. A little bit of errors on the database, but no problems. But this unit is a strength free spirit fighter with a captain ability of boosting strength by 2.5 at the start of the chain, and then boost them by 3.125 after you hit 3 perfects. Bit of an odd captain ability, not really too great, but a 14 turn cooldown, which was pretty high. Obviously after expansion and stuff goes down to relatively low, but it actually removes all positive buffs on your team, and if the special is activated when you have 50% health or more, you protect from defeat for 1 turn. This type of special on release is pretty bad because like there weren't too many situations where you just actively needed to remove all positive buffs, and I mean that kind of stands till today as well. But characters that remove positive buffs are very rare. They don't release that often, and typically characters that remove positive buffs, they'll like then apply their own buff of like an attack or an orb boost or something. This is one of the rare characters that doesn't do that. So this character is very niche, and sometimes you just need a character that can just remove beneficial effects on your crew, and this is one of those characters. Not terrible, but just doesn't really see that much play. The next character in this batch is Hannibal, and he is an int-driven striker, and his captain ability is a 2.5 attack boost to int and recovers 2 times recovery at the end of the turn. Nothing too crazy there. And then a special ability on a 14 turn cooldown that reduces damage received by 50% for 2 turns, and then boost attack against enemies inflicted with toxic by 1.75 times for 2 turns. So due to the release of Legend Magellan, a character like this does make sense. But of course, the fact that, I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head, but just according to what the database description is here, it only gives you the conditional boost if the enemy is inflicted with toxic, which means that if you apply a regular poison or something, or a strong poison, this doesn't give you a conditional boost against them, so that's not actually that good. And I mean, on release, this character was very good with Magellan, just to get free damage, of course. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things and what we've got now, this is not a good character at all. Next up is we have yet another Emporio Ivankov, who is a quick free spirit cerebral with a captain effect of boosting free spirit by 2.5 and recovers 2 times recovery at the end of the turn. A very similar captain effect actually to the original rare recruit Ivankov that came out. And this character has a multi-stage special that is basically just orb change. You got a randomization, changing block into matching, and then change block and badly matching slots into matching. Not an awful special, but again, just a little too niche, honestly. This character didn't really see a lot of play when it first came out, and by the time a special like this was like actually useful, They're just characters in the game that could just do this, plus do other things on top of it. So unfortunately, Ivankov, a pretty poorly designed character that really just never saw play. And then we move on to Jinbei, which is probably the most used character in this Sugo-Fest batch, and not even just because of his special, but because of his eventual support effect that got released. But this character, a Psy fighter powerhouse, captain ability boosting fighter by 2.5, and a 1.3 health boost, and a special ability that would provide you guys with a 0.3 chain multiply boost for 2 turns, and then reduce the chain debuffs by 3 turns. So again, like pretty good. Like I like that utility because removing chain debuffs was pretty rare back when this character first came out, and this character also provided just a little bit of a minor boost as well. But as we said, he's one of the first original support rare recruits or support characters to come out in the game, character to receive a support effect, and this support effect was used a lot because it could attach to any fighter or powerhouse, and it just provides a 0.2 chain boost whenever you launch a special. Like it was just generically good support that just provided additional damage output. Not the greatest character though. This is a very underwhelming Sugo-Fest batch to some of the other characters that we've seen in previous episodes. But now we can actually talk about the man himself, Magellan, the 6-star Sugo-Fest exclusive, who is a Dex striker shooter. Great class combinations there. And his captain ability says that if you have one of every color on your crew, now remember, if you use him as a captain, he does count as his dex, so you just need a strength, quick, psi, and an int character on your crew. And if you do, boost the attack of all characters by 2.25 times. So it's pretty low multiplier, but then it also provides you with a 1.5 times health boost, which is, you know, one of the best health boosts you can get in the game, and then also cuts the HP of each enemy by 15% at the end of the turn. So there are a couple good uses for this, because the fact that your attack multiplier is so low and your HP is so high, it means that you have room to tank hits from the enemy, and at the end of each turn, just continuously cut their health by 15%. It's going to add up over time, and this will provide you with a pretty good amount of damage over time, of course. And the fact that this is counted as like end of turn damage means that you do have the ability to go through enemy resilience, which is also pretty good. Of course, their special ability will also provide you with a way to get through resilience, but at least the captain ability is able to do that too. So captain ability, definitely not focused on speed and ultra hardcore offensive capabilities. This is definitely a defensively focused character, which we'll be showcasing in this video today. And then we've got the special ability, which would inflict a toxic to all enemies, and then recover 13 times their recovery HP at the end of the turn for 3 turns. So toxic and healing over multiple turns is really cool. And the toxic effect, I believe this might have been the first toxic character in the game. I think actually, no, Raid Magellan, I think, was the first toxic character in the game. But then this was a better version of Raid Magellan, because the Raid Magellan's toxic, it took a really long time to stack up his damage, but obviously was a free-to-play option. But now with the Sugo-Fest exclusive, the way that you can stack poison, it just happens so much faster, and you can stack up to 2 million damage with his toxic. I don't know how many turns it actually takes, but it starts out at 50 times his attack, and each time, at the end of each turn, it's going to increase that by 2 times. So it's exponential damage until it reaches the cap of 2 million damage per turn. And remember that this is a toxic or a poison effect, which means that it goes through like enemy defensive effects as well, which is really nice. This is a really interesting build for sure. This is a character that saw quite a lot of play for difficult pieces of content back in the day, just by being able to cheese it with healing specials, damage reduction specials, and then just relying on his HP cut and his poison to just slowly whittle away an enemy. And we'll be showcasing that in this video today, which I'm really excited to show you guys. So in this video today, we have 3 different pieces of content. We've got Colosseum Dogstorm, we've got Colosseum Moria, and Colosseum Mick Guy. Personally, I would love to see it be Dogstorm because it's the more difficult content here, but let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what we get today. I'm really wanted to see Dogstorm, but I'll take anything, honestly. Let's see what it is. And it's gonna be Colosseum Mick Guy, which I don't remember exactly how hard or how easy this guy is, but that's going to be the Colosseum of choice. So let's go ahead and jump in with Legend Magellan versus the Colosseum Lightning McGuy. I don't have Whitebeard, the first legend in the game, so I would love to get my hands on the original Legend Whitebeard. But let's see what we get. I can't believe that we got the legend I wanted the most from that first pull. That is insane. Alright, next red poster is going to be Magellan! Yes! Oh, yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, yes! Magellan! Yes! Okay! Yo! Oh! Whoa! Holy crap! The newest legend in the game. 6-star Magellan. And this guy gets a limit break too. Like Quick Luigi gets a limit break too. Yo, these 3 legends are busted! What? Oh my lord! In-game now with my man Magellan, Warden of Impel Down. He was tested by great 3 threats at once: Luffy's break-in, Crocodile and Jinbei's break-out, and Blackbeard's attempt to open the gates of justice. He unleashed his overwhelming strength against them all, never giving an inch. And that's true, Magellan actually put up a really good fight in Impel Down. He's a real tough customer. But today, here we have Magellan, 6-star, not 6-star plus, 100 attack, 100 recovery cotton candies, and the main reason why we have 100 recovery, because back in the day, people felt that it was more appropriate to have the higher recovery rather than, you know, an additional bit of HP, because remember, if you use him as a sub, you still get the recovery off of it, so it is better to probably have that additional recovery stat. But anyways, this is the team that we are bringing today. We are definitely going to be using double Magellan, and we're going to be abusing the 2 toxic effects on multiple different stages here. I think this is going to work pretty well. We've got a couple of really cool characters on this team as well. Remember that with Magellan's captain ability, we need to have one of every single typing. So we've got Dex with Magellan, Strength with Sanji, though Sanji really could be switched out for a lot of other things. I don't know. I don't think Sanji's really required, but he's another really good character because not only is he really good offensively, but he has a good defensive special as well because he's an orb booster and damage reducer. So he's actually a really solid unit. We've got Inazuma, which can basically block any amount of damage it will take, so we're guaranteed to survive a hit. Because with Magellan, you gotta be very careful. Sometimes that toxic in the health cuts, you get an enemy below 20% and then you just die. So having some damage reducers is important. We also have Vankov, which provides damage reduction and healing, and then Sabo, this is actually Neo Sabo, because obviously we need a side character in our team, and he's a really good unit because he does provide the timing bonus damage. You could use like Colosseum Don Jinjiao as well. He's a pretty solid option for damage reduction and a health cut. Very good. So I'm really excited to jump into this team today, honestly. Let's go ahead and jump into the content against McGuy. So once again, shout out to TheLordShiro for providing us with his Magellan as a friend captain. Very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and jump into the content against McGuy with my man Magellan. Well, let's get this party started, man. Let's get it. And here we go. Round battle number 1. And here we go. So one thing, of course, is we need to get our stall done. And, you know, ideally, we're going to be using a Magellan on stage 4 and a Magellan on stage 5. So as long as Magellan is ready by the time we reach stage 4, that's pretty much all I think we're going to need. So that's all we really need to do. Just do some basic stalling and stuff. So yeah, I actually haven't looked at what next week's Legends of OPTC series is going to entail, because you know, Magellan, I'm not really too excited about Magellan. I'm more excited about some of the upcoming characters, because we are getting very close to when Limit Break first came out, because Limit Break first came out with Legend Lucy. So we are not that far away from that, which is kind of crazy to think about, like how far we've really come in the series. Like this is what, episode 34 of the series, which is just crazy to think about. But the next episode is going to be with V2 Boa Hancock, and I mean, if for those of you who are long-time fans of the channel, you guys would know about the drama about that Sugo-Fest and how we dealt with that Sugo-Fest. That was, oh boy, that was a rough one, that one. But you know, V2 Boa is going to be a very interesting unit to go ahead and play around with. But as I said, you know, being very close to Legend Lucy is pretty big, because it means we don't have to, you know, resort to, you know, non-limit broken characters. We can actually rely on limit break characters. And I know not every character had like a full limit break at the time, but it's still definitely worthwhile to have that, just so we don't have to worry about getting dupes of legends and then, you know, leveling them up and then more cotton candy. We can just like devolve characters, which is what we'll be doing once we reach that point. But I digress. Let's talk more about the content at hand. Obviously, you can see here that every single turn we're cutting the enemy's health by 15%, and due to the fact that we have 2 Magellans, we are getting both health cuts every single turn, which it stacks up pretty effectively, as you guys will be seeing, you know, against boss stages. Having that huge health cut is just ridiculously useful. I believe this is only stage 2, so we're kind of like overstalling, to be honest, because we only need to make sure that Magellan is ready by stage 4, I believe. I don't really think, yeah, I don't really think that we need any other special, at least not at the moment. I don't know, actually, if there is a mini-boss on stage 3. There is not. Okay, so this is one of these Colosseums. Okay, well that's going to make things pretty easy. I definitely want to kill this guy at the front, because if he falls below like 50%, he like blinds you, and we don't want to be blinded. That shit is annoying. Anyways, we have Magellan special ready, so we can just go ahead and move on. This is going to be pretty quick, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. And Inazuma, dude. Inazuma is showing to be like one of the best rare recruits that has ever released. 3 turns of his threshold damage reduction is just crazy, crazy good. Alright, so here we have Marco as one of the mini-bosses here. What does he actually do? He goes ahead and shuffles our slots and locks the target to Marco. You know, when this first came out, this would have been a pretty difficult, or not really difficult, but just annoying. So we're going to go ahead and use Magellan's special ability, which of course is going to inflict all of them with a Toxic. And we get the 3 turns of end of turn healing. A very odd special animation. I don't know why they chose this as the special, but it's kind of cool. There's the Toxic being inflicted there to the enemy. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure the Toxic will kill these guys, but I don't know how much health they have. I am tempted to use Sabo special just to be safe, but only Marco and one other guy is going to hit us here, so we'll just take the hit. I think we'll take the hit and see what happens. So we get health cut, Toxic. Wow, it actually did kill them. That's fantastic. I wonder if Marco resummons them. He doesn't resummon them. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay. I wonder how much health he's going to have after this next hit. Well, it is only the second hit of Toxic, so I am going to stall once more. And hopefully it doesn't get him too low. Okay. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to... Actually, you know what? He's definitely dying here. Oh, wait. He actually heals? So Marco... Yeah, that's healing. Okay, interesting. I think we can stall again. Because remember, each turn, the Toxic that gets inflicted is going to increase. So now it's doing 400,000 damage. And I believe... this next turn, he is definitely going to die. Actually, wait, he's going to do this. He's going to keep healing. That is annoying. He's going to continuously keep healing. I don't know, because I reckon if he falls below 20%, he might kill us. We can go ahead and use Sanji. Sanji's going to go ahead and give us a 70% damage reduction. So if we do get hit with damage, that shouldn't kill us. But then again, if he falls below 20%, it does like a huge death hit. Like, we'll just be dead anyway. Okay, what happens here? Health cut, health cut. Oh, he did fall below 20%. 10 turns of despair. And bind. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I wonder if we can come back from this. Okay, well, he's gonna die now. Oh, wait, no, we don't get the health cuts at the end of the turn. So then he heals again. Oh my god, this is so stupid. This is so stupid! Okay, well, we're gonna eat this recovery slot. We might as well just get rid of all our slots to get as many recovery slots as we can. He's dead now. There we go. So this is bad, right? Because we don't get access to the Magellan Toxic. That's really, really bad. But we do have a lot of damage reduction effects here. Okay, so he has the Rainbow Shield for 3 turns, but ideally we'd want to launch Magellan Special straight off the bat. Let's reduce some damage with this first. And then we'll go ahead and use Ivankov in the following turn so we can get some recovery back. He doesn't actually do that much damage, so we might actually just like do a regular stall here. Take another hit. Because we can take another hit, that's fine. Then what does he do? Nothing again. Okay, surely he does something here. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Okay, another hit. This is so bad. I wanted to kill Marco a lot more efficiently there. Okay, what is he doing? Despair and heavy attack up. Oh my god, more despair. Actually, no, the despair doesn't matter. We just need to launch Magellan Special. He does have Enrage, which means he does have attack up, so we definitely need to use this. Okay. That is a lot of damage. Oh man, I kind of want to use Magellan Special, but I kind of want to wait one more turn so we get the additional... we do need to use it. We do have the Inazuma Special as well. This actually reduces damage as well. Yeah, let's take another hit. We'll get rid of our slots to get some more recovery slots. I didn't think it was going to be this crazy. I thought it would have been a lot more easier than this. Okay, so, he's going to do damage. That hurts. We're going to use the Magellan special now. So now he's inflicted with the Toxic, and it is annoying as well because of the Despair. We're not getting the continuous health cuts at the end of the turn. That's also kind of bad. We can use another Sanji special here, which is going to give damage reduction. I think we'll save Sanji until we don't get a recovery slot, probably. Let's do that. I want to get as many recovery slots as possible just to give us a little bit more chance of survival. That is so much damage, dude. Okay, let's use this now. We do have another Magellan to get some more recovery back, which is actually pretty good. Alright. This is scary, dude. This is really scary. More damage. And now we have to use Inazuma. Yeah, we definitely have to use Inazuma here. Didn't really want to use Inazuma here. I think we're going to die, man. I think we're going to die. Oh, man. This is so sad. Alright, we're going to have to run it back. We definitely have to run that Marco stage. We need to beat that more efficiently. That's that huge damage reduction coming in there from Inazuma. Okay, we're going to use the other Magellan here to get some recovery back. Get rid of these. What's this Toxic at now? 700k? Ooh, I think we might be okay. Oh, we might be good, because we're going to be able to tank another death hit here. It depends. Actually, I think we're good. I think we win. Because of the Inazuma, dude. Yes, let's go. Even if it didn't kill, we would have tanked a hit and we would have won on the next turn. Okay, that is not the most efficient way to get that job done. But I'm happy we went the long route and we got the job done either way. Dude, that was getting a little dicey there, bro. That was getting hella dicey. But we did it. We did it. So, there it is. We beat the Colosseum guy with Magellan. Probably not the most efficient team out there. But hey. We did it. So with that is going to conclude yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC series. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier on in this video, the next character that we're covering in next week's episode is going to be V2 Boa Hancock, which is one of my personal favorite characters. You know, when they first came out was a really fun legend to use. I mean, definitely not nowadays, but on release was a very, very fun character to use. So I'm very much looking forward to next week's episode. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.